take that from Chris. Are black men and women unable to unite due to women no longer accepting the traditional order? And then Muriel Taylor, why do you think black couples are the only ones with that problem? Sadly, no one ethnicity follows that male head of household closely anymore. Sadly, no one ethnicity. Well, the interesting part about that is on the G series where a show of me, the Nate Simone, and Chris talked about it, we were only going off some data that was given to us saying that compared to white and Hispanic homes, that our numbers were far different. So that's why we highlighted that. So I wanted to make that point. To me, Zay, I think a lot of women, I'm gonna have to get this hate mail tomorrow. I think a lot of women know what they want, but don't understand what comes with what they want. When we looked at the Kevin Samuels video, when you looked at the Kevin Samuels video, she highlighted 6 figures. I need a man with 6 figures. And I don't think women understand how hard it is for a man. I don't think women understand how hard it is for a real man. I'm not talking about the dude that you like and you know he ain't worth a damn. I'm talking about a real man. Because once that man's become a father, once he becomes a husband, he's carrying on additional stuff. So now his load is a little more harder. And I think black women, for this topic, have to be open to seeing their part in the issue between black men. We know the issues black men have, but I think black women have to be open to say we have a part in it as well. Because I ask y'all something. How many times have you heard a man when asked about what he's looking for in a woman, when he's asked about his ideal woman, what kind of woman he want to date, marry? How many times have you ever heard a man say he needs a woman that makes 6 figures?
No, he doesn't care. And Kevin had actually highlighted that he doesn't care about her income.
So I say this to the angry crowd. I think more men are looking for partners and a mate compared to women, because more women are looking for. I think that the new era of women that are succeeding the 6 figures, and some of the women that have the house, have the car, have the home, have gotten to a point where they're looking for a mate. They say they want a mate, but it's more like I'm looking for that. I ain't gonna say that mirror, but they're looking for because in reality, you can find a lot of good dudes that don't care about how much you make. He's still gonna be the man. He's still gonna love you. He's gonna be that person that you say that you're praying for, right? I think more women now are looking for security and lifestyle. I think men, and I stand on that. I think men, you don't never hear a man say, I want 6 figures. He like, I want a chick that's gonna have my back. I'm looking for someone I'm gonna find some peace in. I'm looking for a woman that's gonna pray for me. I'm looking for somebody I can be vulnerable with. And then you flip it on the other side, my women are saying, oh, I need him to be 6'7". I need him to make 6 figures. I need that. And you got probably about 10, you probably got 1 or 2 brothers out of 10 that fit that criteria. Now you got a whole bunch of women in line trying to get this dude like people wait for the portalet at a festival. Everybody's this dude, but you got 8 other dudes like, okay. Oh, this white woman, she sees something in me. Okay. So give me that hate mail.
I want to say something.
Hey, if you're leading where we're going, I'm just saying, again, men, I mean, get to know men. I know people personally that they don't give a brother the time of day. They look at him, profile, oh girl, he don't look like he bought nothing. He don't look like he got nothing. Hell, how was that dude? Remember the expedition? Boy, I done had people profile me, and I'm like, you ain't got nothing. But now I done changed the website. I'm at the red light beep. I'm at the inbox. Dumb as I had money before. You should. The dudes that got the new car got a payment now.
The thing that kills me is this: we always hear the price of. It seems like the price of cooperation and submission is so high for us. Like they tell us we'll follow, but you need to know how to lead. Like you can't define leadership. That's like a pseudo manager and saying, "Oh, I'm the manager," but I don't. You don't have to listen to me or anything like that. Like the thing is this: you can't define our leadership. I understand if you want to experience our leadership, then that's what the courting stage is for. That's what the relationship stage is for. To notice if this man can makes good decisions. Is he a leader? But as far as trying to tell him how to be a leader, then that means he's not a leader. That means you are doing it. You just a puppet and you're pulling the strings. What has to happen is one for us. I put it on us more than anything else. We have to take on the responsibilities a lot more, and that's from ground up to all aspects of our life. We have to take on more responsibilities. But at the same time, when it comes to women, we cannot be back down, and we cannot let them tell us how we supposed to lead. We know how to lead. Get out the way and let us do that. And as far as where we're going to the top, baby. Buckle in the seat, turn on the radio, and we're going to the top.
Well,
Chris,
hold on. Let me address something that I seen, because I saw some women making some remarkable comments about, them having a problem with submitting because men don't have an example, so they don't know how to lead. Right? We hear you, ladies. So if you have that much sense to recognize that when you have an individual that's willing to come to the table with you, right? And I say this all the time, try and get on the same page with that individual. If you know that he needs a little help, don't be so hard. You feel me? Because he don't have any blueprint to go by, but he's trying. You got to start with that. You understand what I'm saying? And try and build from that. You dig what I'm saying? It's not, huh?
How did he get her? If he couldn't lead, how did he get her? If he wasn't good at this, how did he get her? You can't tell me I can't lead, but I was good enough to get you. That doesn't make sense.
But that was just the start, though, Chris. That was just the start. So it could have been a physical attraction. It could have been something intellect-wise, right? However, what happened?
You missing something.
Talk to me.
I'm the protector. I'm the man. So I'm in front because I'm the protector. We walking down this dark hallway. I'm in front. I'm the man. I got to protect you. We both going down the hallway. We don't know where it leads to. Right. We both going forward into life in a relationship. We don't know what's in store. So you saying if you're leading where we going, shit, we're going to we both going in that direction.
But start asking those silly questions and start figuring out how you can help get you to where you're going. Okay, sit down. Maybe that guy is a man. He knows and wants to he wants to lead. He knows that he has to lead, but he might need some help. Help him out along the way. Don't try to tell him what to do. I don't think he's gonna try to tell you what to do. He's gonna let you be open. But y'all got to figure out how y'all gonna get down the road. And y'all bickering about who's in control is a problem. And I think that's a problem that happens a lot. So as the question was saying, is it hard for the black man and the black woman to unite due to the differences or them accepting traditional or biblical roles, whatever the case may be? I think that's where the problem comes in at. Let that man be the head. Let that man be the head. Be his helpmeet. Meet him where his weaknesses are. Try to be his strength, or pop those ideas into his head so that he can take it and run with it, so he can lead y'all. One thing I'm a firm believer in is a man is the head and a woman is the neck. Meaning that man leads y'all situation, but he can't do any of this without you. Women, y'all are very smart, but I think y'all using it the wrong way. Aid that man so that y'all can be better. That's all I keep talking about. And I think that'll solve a lot of the problems. Stop worrying about, I make more money than him, I'm the head of the house. But you cause a conflict of interest inside your house, and y'all never gonna get anywhere. Y'all gonna be
you're emasculating them.
Look at this.
You definitely emasculating him. I don't give a damn how much money he makes.
Look at this comment about Weber. You want an old school woman, but not an old school man. My grandfather used to bring my grandmother home his entire check, and she gave him what was left. Great man. What man is doing that today? But want to be leaders and want us to follow. That is an amazing price. Your whole entire check just for submission. That's for cooperation. That is crazy. That makes no sense. We are both in this together. Every great corporation works this way. From your school, from business, from the government, every corporation run this way. there is a head, and that person, that leader, he goes back to his council and makes the best decision for that situation. Now, what I'm saying is this: the reason why I want to fit that role is because if I do mess up, I'm going to go through hell and high water to make sure that we get out of this. I want to put the brunt on me. I want to put the weight on me. If I make a bad decision, which I will, I'm not perfect. I'm going to make a bad decision. But if I do, I'm going to go all out to fix this situation. I'm going to go all out, do everything I possibly can. I see that coming. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make this right. And I'm not going to put that type of stress on my lady to make up for the decision that she made wrong. So in every case, I'm going to be the one that's going to dig us out of this situation. All I ask for is cooperation. All I ask for is belief. Belief goes a long way when it comes to a man. If a woman is that man's number one cheerleader, it's amazing what a man can do. But it's time that we start to do that. Believe in that man. That man can probably lead in all aspects of his life. But what he needs from his woman, and the reason why he picked that particular woman, because she gives him the courage. He gives them the motivation to make these tough decisions. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that women, I don't want to talk down on women at all, but at the same time, I believe I put it on us. We need to take on these responsibilities. We need to take on our household. We need to get into entrepreneurship. We need to create jobs so that we are authoritative. And that's my take on it.
Listen, I want to go back to something Weber said about the household, because my grandfather was similar to an extent. However, she's like, these dudes now are like that. You know why? Not to bash some of my brothers. It's a difference between boys and men. A lot of y'all playing with the boys, and a lot of people ain't got no jobs. A lot of jokers ain't got no jobs, but you don't hold them people accountable. You got to have some accountability as well for the choices that some of y'all are making. So a woman say, well, ain't no guys out there like that. I know 3 that be on this screen every week. You know what I mean? So every dynamic is different. You got men saying, they looking for the perfect woman. You got women saying ain't no good men and no decent men. And then the decent men be like, I'm right here. I just don't look like you think I should look.
Right.
I'm not going to listen to that shit. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight with you. I didn't pick you to fight with you over and over again. Look, this is what I'm going to do. I don't have any ill will towards you. I want the best for us and whatever situation that we got going on. But what I ain't going to do is fight with you over and over again about that. I have to make these decisions. I have to be precise, and I have to live with whatever I do. And I'm going to face that. But no, I'm not negotiating everything, man. That's what make these tender dick men they're so scared to make a decision. That's why he asking you where you want to go, because he's not used to saying, hey, this is where we're going. You know what I'm saying? You can't be pick and chooses with this shit. You have to sit back and allow that man to say, okay, well, this is the directive that he want to go with. Let me follow him and see what he's going to do, because he has the willpower to do it, or pick better men. Because there's a lot of us like that. We're not going to go into this whole male bashing, men ain't this and men ain't that. No, absolutely not. We are like that. We are one of the leading in fatherhood. We are one of the highest grossing people in this world. There's so many great things about us, and it seems like when we talk to our women, it ain't nothing but a bunch of they ain't this and they ain't that. Man, I don't want to hear that shit no more, man. I'm tired of hearing that shit, man.
Listen, I think we're gonna have another round. I have triggered Chris, who is just turning to the sponsor killer.
Everybody on this show takes care of their kids, work, has another business on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? Damn near every man I know is like that. Look, it's not my fault that you're going into Stony Brooks and trying to find your goddamn prince. That's not my fault. That's your decision you making. A lot of us are like this. A lot of us are doing big things, man. I'm tired of all this goddamn male bashing. That's all I hear. I'm tired of it.
Well, I would say this, and I pose this question to the ladies. So the lady that was on the screen and said she's looking for a guy with 6 figures. I always say when I dated, the experience I had in Atlanta was different from the experience I had in Palm Beach. If I never moved away to Atlanta and visited other places, I probably would have married somebody from Palm Beach. When I went to Atlanta, I met women that had their own house, car, jobs, all of it. They was established. And they really would be like, I just want a decent dude. You know, we ain't going to talk about why it's a shortage of men in Atlanta, but she really wanted a dude. I've had friends that have met a woman that just wanted a decent dude. She's giving him money to start a business. Hey, she done fixed them up. I ain't saying that's what y'all got to do, but you know, it's different down here. I meet women that's you cute, and then we had that conversation, and it's like you ain't got nothing. You telling me what I need to have on my list of things, and you don't have anything on that list of damn self. Like you ain't got nothing but maybe a good 2 rounds once or twice a week. Like you don't have so I say all that to say the man with the 6 figures that you are talking about is saying the things that I'm saying. The man with the 6 figures is looking for X type of chick. He might even smash it, he might even talk to you, but when it comes down to his list is a little different as well. So I'm saying, how many times have you seen a woman that's making the 6 figures in this region go and get a brother that would genuinely love her, care for her, and be that dude a chance? It's some blue collar dude. It's some blue collar dudes that work for the city and do all, you know what I mean, that got jobs. He didn't go to Harvard. He didn't go to FAM. He ain't got no degree, but he worked every week and he take care of home. He don't care about how much money you make. He gonna pay the bills and that. It ain't no time.
He's gonna do exactly what we were saying her grandfather did. You understand? Right. He's gonna take that bit that he has and does everything that he can so that that wife can pour into him so that they can get wherever it is that they need to be. I heard someone made mention of our brother, and I'm gonna speak up in his defense because he's not here. They said, where is he to set the tone? One thing y'all know about my brother, and 2 things for certain, that biblical order is definitely in effect. He's definitely the head of his household. His wife is definitely his helpmeet. She's gonna be his strength where he's weak at, and he's gonna continue to do the rest. So I think one of the problems that happen inside of that is with the individuals, the young ladies like the one you're speaking about that make that high income, they don't know how to yield to that man being the head. And I think about a few years back, I think our good brother Kevin Williams, if he's in the comments, Kevin made a post once saying, how would you, a woman, how could you believe that a man can be the head of the household or the leader? Would you let him be the head of the household or the leader if you were the breadwinner for the house? And most women that I see aren't able to do that. They aren't able to let that man lead just because they make more money than him. It causes more conflicts in the household because instead of submitting, they have something to say that's probably counterproductive to them getting where they need to be. And I think that when it comes to the traditional way of living or the biblical standpoint, I think that's where the problem comes in us uniting.
I want to say 2 things. Chris, I want to highlight 2 things before I go to Chris.
Okay.
You have to, if you don't believe in something, you're not going to trust it. I used to tell y'all, complaining, I would meet females that have lost their faith in decent dude, that the belief that is a decent dude, that instead of us getting to know each other the first 2 weeks they spend trying to prove that I'm just like all the other ain't crap dudes that she's met before. So when that comment said the man that's making 6 figures never home and probably cheating, if you think all men cheat, how are you going to receive the decent dude? You ain't going to receive him because you can't believe in him. And back to Weber's post for my comment, we do check people that man bad, because sometimes men that bash women, you have to look at their character. Because most of the time, dudes that bash women sometimes want to be women. You know what I mean? But you have to separate when it's a man bashing, and when a man is venting, asking a woman to look at something that they are doing. And that's what we do sometime on here. Like, sometimes we just want y'all to be open to say, like, damn, keep it 100. Sometimes we just want you to keep it 100. It can't everything be it's a man's fault. Chris.
Well, I wanted to speak on the highlighting of women bashing. I think that we've said on this show over and over again that we're not in support of female bashing. Now, corrective criticism, yes, we may have something that's that you may not agree with. But as far as women bashing, that it's counterproductive. If you constantly highlight bad women, then that's the ones that get the shine, and we're not talking about highlighting good women, which would create more good women. So I think that we should never ever, but I don't think that's our fight. Honestly, that's not our fight. That is when women see men bashing women online. Why don't you block them? Why don't you stop talking to them? Why don't you make it so men that bash women, and I mean true bashing, they don't never get no box. And I guarantee you they'll stop bashing women if they stop screwing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think that I don't support any bashing of women, because I think that as black women and black men, we don't have time for that. We have time to have open and honest, constructive conversations. Yes, but as far as just these hoes ain't this and these, no, you don't hear that. You ain't gonna hear that on this show. On this specific show, you're not gonna hear that. But we are open to have constructive conversation. Like we get it in the messages every single week. Women speak their mind. We listen to these comments and then we rebuttal from those comments. But it's never going to be a time, not on this show, where you're going to hear us just bashing women. But yes, we are open for discussion.
Well, Chris, the thing with the male bashing, and I say it again, the best thing about the show Saturday, I think it was Friday, Saturday G series, I was surprised at all the YouTube comments that came in. And you made a good point about accountability, because I personally know a group that I had to sit down with of friends that say, listen, all y'all single, and all y'all do is male bash. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fourth quarter. They in their 30s, they in their high 40s. And I'm like, you have one person in this whole group that just keeps the mess up. Oh, girl, we should do a girls trip, and this is like, you have to put that person out of. I don't understand that rationale of, because we don't male bash, we don't bash women on here, and we don't like women bashing us. I'm just saying, if y'all don't, and highlight to the women, if you do not believe in men, then how are you going to receive us? If you think that all men cheat, when I meet you accusing me of cheating all the time, I don't want to be around that. That's not even peaceful. You know what I mean? You need to resolve why you think every man cheat. That mindset sometimes, man. Like I say, I'll meet women who the first 2 weeks will treat me like I'm the most doggest dude. Oh, I know you got a bunch of hoes. Oh, I bet you do this, and I bet you do this. Like, Google me. I hate to say that, but that's not good. But do your research. Like, damn, I might be just a decent dude. Why can't you believe that you actually meeting a decent dude? But some people have so much PTSD, which we're going to talk about, that they cannot accept that it's some decent people out there. And sometimes they can't accept it because of some of the dirt they've done. We don't ever talk about that. We don't talk about that, right? Because for a long time, I was that person. I remember when I was way back in the day where I would mess with some chicks and she'd be like, oh, I got a dude after we didn't smash. Or she'd be like, oh, I told him I'm going to the wash house. And she came over and she out. You know what I mean? So that messed with my self-esteem for a long time, because I like my trust was gone. And honestly, I always said, like, if it ever came back to me, I had to accept it because I was that dude. So how can I not think I'm special enough that it doesn't happen to me in the future? So, karma is something. Ladies, man, you smile too much.
Yeah, you're not special. That's what I'm thinking. You're not special. You're not special.
None of
back.
A lot of people think they're special.
You're not special.
A lot of people think they're special, though.
Yeah,
this is true.
Like the rules don't apply to them, like karma doesn't apply to them. And it applies to all of you. You can't live this player life and not think that some of that residue is gonna come back on you. It's gonna come back, and you got to be willing to take it. You just have to be willing to take it. But at the same time, man, I think that it's just counterproductive for us to talk down on black women. It's counterproductive. It makes no sense. So we always want to uplift and talk and to shed light on positive black women. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of them. We have a lot of entrepreneur women right here in in the comments. You know what I'm saying? We got to, what's up?
And we got a red hostile brother in the comments. We got Torell. I just said it messed up my trust. Torell. We got to get Torell on the show because he has been the angry waffle colored brother for a lot of episodes, and we got to bring him on because his thoughts are just different.
He is the hybrid man, you can say.